All right, so another thing working on in the shop is my coworker, he machined a new stainless pump shaft. And the keyway is a special keyway because it's only 230 thousandths of an inch deep, or it's actually a little bit more than your standard, for a standard 5/16 key. You would actually only go 187 thousandths deep. Or no, that's not right. I'm thinking of 3/8. It's early in the morning. Half of 312 is gonna run you, what, 158 or so, and a hair more. So the keyway is a little deeper, and then the impeller keyway is pretty shallow. It's only 90 thousandths. Now the problem is this lives in water, so this is gonna have to be stainless. However, it is not. And plus it was really seized in there, so he had to gouge it out getting it out. We don't have any 5/16 Keystock, so what I started yesterday is I took a stainless bolt, and you can see, definitely stainless, and I milled a flat on the top to establish one flat side, and then I'll actually flip that over and have the flat face down, and I'll mill the other side of the bolt head flat. And I have the length that I want from here to the end, and this is a 1/2 inch bolt, and my plan is to just keep milling till I get all four sides square, and then I can mill down to a standard 5/16 key, 312 thousandths on either side, but it's stainless, and that should work. Since sometimes if you don't have the exact material you need, you can take something slightly bigger and machine it down. So now that I have one side milled flat of my stainless bolt, making it into a stainless key, I can mic it to get a good precise measurement. So what we're working with is 400, that's 425, because it's one tick past 4 on this scale. So 425 plus 14, that's gonna take us to 439 thousandths. And we're trying to get down to 312. So when I mill this flat, it's not gonna quite take us down to that, but we will polish it up later. For now, I just know that I'm not gonna take too much when I do my 5/16 flat on the other side, so that's fine. So I will simply take this, lay the flat side down in the vise, and where's my little prop at? I don't know. I'll just set you guys right there. I'll lay it down flat in the vise on the parallels. I'll put some downward pressure on it as I tighten it in the vise. Make sure it didn't shift on me, actually. You could actually bring the parallels closer together now that the bottom is no longer round, so they can sit on that flat part. This might be better. And so it is. If I can take you right under there. It's hard to see, but you see I brought the parallels more towards the middle so that they're directly under the flat. Because if they were out to the sides, the bolt might want to cock one way or the other, so tighten it up in the vise. So now I will mill a flat on the top section, so we'll have 2 flats on either side. And then we'll go for the 3rd or 4th after that. this width and make sure it's a full 5/16. If not, I'll go a little down and across a little bit more. And after that, we'll cock it 90 and grab it there, and then mill off our third side.
And just like that, I'm all done with 4 sides. Now their 4 sides are now flat, however, 2 of the sides, or I guess one way you look at it, one side is thicker than my 312 that I'm looking for. So we're gonna have to take a measurement with the 0 to 1 mics. I could use the caliper, but I like using the 0 to 1 mics because they're just that much more accurate down to the nearest thousandths of an inch. So I'm measuring the finished side, and look at, wouldn't you know, 311 thousandths, 1/1000th below the finish I was looking for. So it's just going to be slightly looser, but barely noticeable at all. And then my thicker side, which I just took the 5/16 flats on the other side, that's at 375 plus 12, 387 thousandths of an inch. So minus 312 puts you at about 75, half of that, 37.5 thousandths to mill off on either side of that. So I end up doing that, and this is the finished product. A bolt now turned into a piece of Keystock, stainless so it doesn't rust, and you can see the one side actually fits better. This is the old shaft that I'm testing my key in just for the video purposes, because wouldn't you know, my coworker actually found 5/16 inch stainless Keystock in the shop, and I just completely missed it. So here is the impeller with the new shaft pressed to the impeller with the new key that he was able to cut from Keystock. Way easier, way faster than what I was doing. And yeah, the shaft is in the impeller, and it's good to go, going back on the job, be put back together. And one last look at my former bolt, now piece of Keystock. You can still tell that it was a bolt because of the left side with the barely corners of threads still in there, but it will still function just as fine as a piece of Keystock. But I'll save it for, not for a rainy day, I'll save it for a rusty day. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.